Okay, so what's up guys? Today we're going to go over my new project, which is called the Coursera scraping project. And I had to make this. I had to make this because honestly, Coursera is pretty much the slowest website I've ever been on. And I was just wanting to take track of my courses, right? So I have all these courses and they don't even load at one time. So what am I even supposed to do, right? So I'll just show you, for example, if we go straight to Coursera.com, you can only load 2 or 3 courses at a time, and it takes all this time to fetch. So you already see pretty slow loading right here, right? Then when I want to go to my in progress courses, it takes at least 3 seconds each to load just 2 or 3, right? Next, 1, 2 seconds, alright, but I have 13 of these to go through, so that's 3 seconds each. That's almost a minute. We just can't be bothered with that. I mean, look at this. And then if you want to go back, it doesn't. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, it does it keeps it fetched, but whatever. I would just rather have it all at once, being able to see everything at once instead of going through the hassle of clicking back each time. Yeah. So I don't know why it doesn't fetch multiple courses at the same time. It does 3 or 2, right? But it could do 10, 15. That's good enough, right? That's why I spent 8 hours of my life creating a Coursera project for web scraping. Basically, the main idea here is that I want to automatically sign in with Google, and I want to scrape all these courses and save all of this data to a JSON file. I want to save the images. Okay, so first images. Then second off, I want to save the titles of the courses, obviously. Then third, I just want to save the links for the courses. And then yeah, after that, my goal is to just loop through this entire navigation bar. And then as soon as we get to the last one, that's when I'm gonna tell the web scraper to stop, because it sees this disabled button here, right? And when it sees that it's disabled, it'll be oh, time to end. So that's basically the way how it goes. As you can see, this is the main web scraping thing. So first off, we're going to use Puppeteer here. Okay, Puppeteer, a web scraping library. That's basically Selenium, if you've ever used Selenium for Python. And basically, the idea is this. First off, you're going to log into Google, okay? Because to access my courses on Coursera, I need to be logged into my Google account. So first off, we're going to log into Google, and then you have to navigate to Coursera and log in there, right? Log into Coursera. That's pretty simple. What Puppeteer does, it opens an instance of Chromium up, so it's basically you're running Chrome, but automatically. So that's essentially what we're trying to do. Go to in progress courses. Okay, and then once we go to in progress courses, we're going to loop through this entire thing, and we're going to loop through the navigation bar, find all our courses, scrape it, and then eventually write it to a file. So loop through courses, add to file, and that's basically how it goes. And I'll demonstrate this first, and I'll go into more of it later. Walk through the code and exactly how Puppeteer works, maybe a little like that. And but one last thing, just as a really big gotcha, is that Puppeteer doesn't really work well with Google. So what you would actually need to do is you need to install something called the Stealth plugin and Puppeteer Extra, and that's what you use instead of normal Puppeteer, basically, so that you can fool Google into, because I don't think this is entirely legal, but yeah, don't sweat the details. But yeah, so you have Puppeteer, and we use Puppeteer Extra and the Stealth plugin to get past Google. Once we get past Google, everything is just smooth sailing from there, right? It's just waiting for selectors, waiting for the content of a page to load, and then just scraping. This is what we're doing. Just node main.js, right? Main.js is my express server. Basically, the idea is we're going to listen for a file upload for the JSON file, and then we're going to serve just like a normal HTML file. And then this is like the meat of the thing, post Coursera. So when the user submits a post request to /Coursera, we're going to run the web scraping, and after that we're going to make them download a JSON file, which you can then use to like get all your courses. So I'll show this real quick. npm start, which is, as you can see, runs node main.js listening on port. Okay, cool. Let's go to localhost 3000. Oh, and let's see here. So this is the website I created. It's a way to see all courses at once, upload an appropriate JSON file, or fetch one for yourself. So this is what the JSON file should look like. It should be an array full of all these objects, which are the courses. It should have a title, URL, image, which is an object which contains like the source of the image and the alt tag. Okay, so first off, I'm going to demonstrate JSON submission. This will show to you like what advantage this gives over Coursera. If you already have a valid JSON file in this format, upload to see your already enrolled courses. Okay, and I have several. So I'm going to select this courses3.json, going to submit the file. Boom, over here I click a single one of these, takes me to my course instantly, instead of having to like do all this blah blah blah. Oh, prefetches again. Oh my god. See, fetches again, then I have to wait. Click on this, opens new tab, whatever. This basically eliminates all that waiting time. I mean, sure, you have to wait 1 minute for like web scraping, but like don't sweat it, you know. Now I'm going to show you how the web scraping works. So first of all, I'm going to type in my password real quick. Can't see this though. And Chromium's running. I'm going to show you. Okay, this is not me. This is all the web scraping. This is all what Puppeteer is doing. So, but as you can see, it's just like blasting through these pages. As soon as like the DOM content loads, it's like fetching it, scraping it, like putting it into like an array of courses. And then once we reach page 13, that'll be the end. And then the browser will close. And then we're gonna see that it's downloading the file for us. So obviously some more improvements to make. Like I want to block the user from going to the /courses route, like if they haven't even downloaded a file yet. So we could use cookies and sessions for that. And you see here is a download, courses 4, sure. Now I'm going to put this, I'm going to put this file right here, upload it, I submit it, boom, all my courses right there. But a major like improvement I would like to see is like putting filters on these. Like I want to filter like music, computer science, physics, etc. Right, so I could do that also, like a number of courses. I mean, that's easy to do, but yeah, I think the filtering would be like a really nice next step. Yeah, also I can only run this locally. Heroku just doesn't like mesh well with Puppeteer. I don't know why. So first step was not actually making like I did not actually make the server first. The server is kind of easy to make, but I'll just go over it really quick. So you have two forms here, okay? So the file upload and the email password. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just it goes, once you click on this button with the email and password, it goes to the /courses, the /Coursera route in a post method. This goes to the /upload route in a post method. So in my code, this is exactly how I'm handling it. /upload. We're going to use Multer to store the files. If you don't know what Multer is, it's basically like a middleware that you use in Express to like store files, and On the form, you have an encoding type of multi-part form data. Again, not really important, but there's just like a series of steps that you use to always get like a file upload. So anyway, I'm saying that we're going to run Mulcher on the /upload route. Then when it goes to /upload, the file that you upload is stored on request.file. And that's where I do here. I check here if the file is an application/JSON file. I mean, if it's not an application/JSON file, then we're going to redirect them back to the home page. I have to do this, add an error flash someday, but otherwise, if it is a valid file, we're going to go to /courses. And then in /courses, what we're going to do is we're just going to read the JSON file that we already have, that we uploaded into JSON files, courses/JSON. And then we parse the data, and then we're going to render it inside like our EJS file. And the EJS file just basically like, let me see this, yeah. Just loops through the courses, I'm using Tailwind here, but it doesn't really matter. Loops through the courses, outputs all the data we got. So basically, web scraping is just about getting data, but I'm not gonna lie, it is like pretty painful to try to like upload it. It just doesn't work well with deploying, because I think there's like an issue where like you can't run like with head full, is that how you say it? But like basically you have to run headless. Like you can't like just open another Chrome browser when you're in a website like automatically, I guess. I mean that makes sense, but there's really no other way to do the Google login with headless. So if you're doing headless, then the Google login like automatically just won't work. So that's basically what I'm working with here. So I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't think there's going to be anybody else using this but me, but like that's exactly why I do these kind of projects. It's just something like useful for me.